Seconds out, round one.
Ryan Rhodes continuing his rebuilding operation, having been demolished by Jason Matthews 10 months ago. His second fight since, and this time he's back to what looks a better weight for him at 11 stone 7 3/4, in with the dangerous, erratic self-publicist Ojay Abrahams, who's been in any number of roughhouse contests of late, most recently against Anthony Farnell. Good sharp shots from Rhodes.
Well, I think Rhodes will be looking to make a statement in this fight after, you know, Abrams give Farnell a tough time. I think Rhodes will be looking to try and get a good win here.
Yes, defeat would be absolutely unthinkable for Rhodes, who is at the moment a former shooting star in danger of seeing his career crash down in flames. I don't think that's being too over dramatic about it. He just cannot afford another upset defeat at this stage. Oh, big left hand, and Rhodes was rocked by that for a moment. Again, this hands down defense of his, I've often thought it doesn't really suit him. And just occasionally, Abrahams, who packs a bit of a dig, does cause upsets, and Rhodes was definitely rocked for a moment there, Glenn.
Yes, he was. That's one of the problems with the style of Rhodes. When he comes out of a clinch, he comes out with his chin up and he leans back. You know, really, he should just lean forward. But you know, he really needs to sort that out, because he's going to come a cropper.
A little left hand from Rhodes seemed to have some effect on Abrahams. There's a touch of the inside of the glove about it. Just shook his head momentarily, Abrahams, as if it did stun him a little. Rhodes himself is a good puncher, and I reckon this is more like his proper weight these days, middleweight. He was up near super middle last time. 6 pounds lighter tonight. Good chopping right hand from him. You do wonder about his level of self-belief and confidence at this stage, don't you, Rhodes?
You do. He has, you know, he has got ability, he has got power, but you know, that's all took a little bit of a dent in recent times, and you wonder about his confidence once he starts getting hit.
Again, the right hand, it didn't quite land flush, but good hand speed from Rhodes. He's still only 23 years of age. There's time for him to come back. Here's the second round. Now Rhodes, we look for signs here that his defense may have just tightened up a little. He's going to need it to be good. Again, that right hand, he's used that to good effect here. A little chopping, fast right hand. He's caught Abrahams with that time and again. Rhodes, who became a British champion, the youngest British champion in over half a century at any weight in his days as a light middleweight. Good right hand, and Abrahams nods it in there as if to say, yeah, good shot.
Well, Rhodes will be growing in confidence with some of these punches going on. Just trying to now come forward more. Just got to be careful for Abrams. You know, he's tricky and he knows a few tricks. He'll be looking to try and draw him in.
What Rhodes mustn't do is make a mistake. This switch-hitting southpaw, a right-handed southpaw, which is unusual. There's a good right hand there from Abrahams, who had Wayne Alexander, the British light middleweight champion, on the floor twice in a real argument not far back.
Well, I think Abrahams is respectful of the power of Rhodes now. He's standing off This is making it a bit easier for Rhodes. Now he's leaning back, trying to draw him in, trying a few little tricks.
That was almost an excerpt from Rada, wasn't it? That the right uppercut.
I think they'd have done a lot better at Rada.
It was the Ojay Abrahams effort at the rope-a-dope. I think it didn't quite work. But the way this is going is interesting. Abrahams might just get lucky with one of his own shots. He stung Rhodes in the first round.
Well, Abrahams just looking for that wild hook, little in desperation.
What Rhodes is showing in this phase of his career, where all the glamour has gone away, is that he is prepared to buckle down and work, even on undercards, to get himself back up there. And that shows a bit of guts and bottle in itself, doesn't it?
Yes, it shows a bit of character. It's a tough time in his career, but he's young, he has talent, you know, he can come again, but he's just got to put a few little things right.
Would have been easy for him to maybe just walk away from it all. Fourth round. Rhodes on the far side from you, and we've given him all 3 rounds so far. Moving to the second half of this contest. There's always just the chance though with Rhodes that he'll leave a gap, and Abraham's got there with a left hand in there. He's really looking to rough up Ryan Rhodes here.
Well, he's doing the right thing, Abrahams. He's trying to rough him up. He's trying to throw the hooks.
Just gave the referee a little tap. It was a bit of a naughty one, the left hand from Abrahams, I think, after the referee had said break. Once or twice in recent contests, the Marquis of Queensberry has been turning in his grave, I think.
The referee trying to tidy this up. Abrahams has come out trying to make an impact, trying to take the fight to Rhodes.
And he's getting the riot act read to him here by Mickey Van. Now, don't get up to your old tricks, he's saying. I'm on the case here. I think Abrahams knows he's got to try something a little bit different, because Rhodes was winning the fight. And he's just drawing Rhodes in here.
Well, he's doing the right thing, Abrahams. He's getting through with a few punches. He's making Rhodes think about it more.
I think this is a good match for Ryan Rhodes at the point where he is in his career at this moment. He won't be able to go through this on autopilot. He's going to have to work for it a little bit.
Yes, he's going to have to work for it as he is. He's going to have to think about it. This is one he's going to test. He can't afford to get relaxed. Can't afford to take too many shots from Abrahams. He does have power.
Abrahams nodding to his corner, breathing a little more heavily. Stamina has to be a question mark against him at this advanced stage of his career.
Well, Abrahams is doing better in this round. Can Rhodes finish the round off strongly?
Little smirk on the face of Ryan Rhodes, as if he's rather enjoying the workout. Maybe feeling a little bit better about his boxing life. The heads there banging together, close in. Rhodes was hurt by that. Looking for a sort of corkscrew right uppercut. Don't think it quite got through from Abrahams. There it is again. He does have quite fast hands, Abrahams. Sometimes I think he doesn't quite know what he's going to do next. We certainly don't. Well, he made a real good effort of that in that round, Ojay, didn't he?
He did make a good effort. That was his round, and that was the sort of work that he needs. He needs to keep pressure on Rhodes. He needs to keep those hooks going just one after the other and hope he can get lucky with one.
Fight total of punches landed, and that's what counts. Rhodes 47, Abrahams 20. Not a great success rate for either of them. That's according to our computer. Now there's a head clash here. Look at that. Ooh.
Well, I think of the two, Abrahams probably got the worst of that, because he landed in his face with a top of Rhodes' head. That time Rhodes got the worst of it. But this is something they have to be careful of.
It's another clip for the next Ojay Abrahams video, isn't it?
There's going to be another one?
Yeah. And the T-shirt. Hollywood. Here's the 5th round. So can Abrahams ask more questions of Rhodes inside the last 6 minutes? Pained look on Abrahams' face.
Rhodes still a leader there, still a couple of points ahead, but just Abrahams getting back into it in the last round.
He's having another little word here, and a point off for Ojay Abrahams here.
Well, he's complaining about his arm. Not quite sure what he'd done, but he complained as if he'd hurt his arm or his hand. Looks as if it's recovered now, though.
Bit of play acting, maybe, that the referee felt was ungentlemanly. He's just beginning to revert to the dirty tricks department a little bit, Ojay here. After behaving himself for the first 3 rounds. 1 point off for Abrahams. Rhodes struggling to find his timing with those right hands as this has gone on. He did well early.
Get the arms out, Ojay.
Just a bit messy in this, the 5th round. Bit of holding by Abrahams, buying a few seconds in each round.
He's found it difficult in the last couple of rounds, Rhodes. Just can't get his rhythm, can't get his punches off the way he was early on.
Well, as Anthony Farnell found out, he's a difficult man to look good against, this Ojay Abrahams, isn't he?
Well, he's a test for anyone. Very, very awkward. Punches come from all sorts of angles. He's physically strong, can punch a bit. You know, that makes for a difficult opponent.
Having said that, Howard Eastman dealt with him pretty capably, didn't he?
Well, Howard Eastman's looking very good these days and looking to move right to the top level.
About time he did. Just can't find his timing, Rhodes, here. It started off quite well for him tonight. He was looking better and more confident. Winning the fight at the moment, particularly with the point deduction for Abrahams, but just struggling to look good over the second half of this contest. It'll be no disaster for Rhodes as long as he gets the win. Now here's where the point is deducted. He's holding here, and generally he just won't get out when the referee asks him. And I think that's why he deducted the point, not because he was play acting over the right arm injury. I don't think you can get a point deducted for that, can you?
I think you can.
Can you?
Yeah, I think a point deduction for any sort of daft behaviour.
Is that rule 19? You do what the hell you like.
Yeah, do whatever.
Punches landed in the fight so far. Not many, frankly. Rhodes 57, Abrahams 25.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Have you got it, Glenn?
I've got it now. I've got them both 3 points ahead, Rhodes.
Caught you out for a moment there, didn't I?
You did, that was quick,
The old
yeah.
mathematics.
Yeah, you're doing what you can, aren't you?
Yes. I've got Rhodes in a similar sort of lead, yeah. Particularly with the point off for Abrahams. He does need the knockout in this last round. Not an impossibility for a fighter like him. Rhodes stung himself in the first round. Looking a bit open. He's tightened up since then. Good right uppercut there, and left hook from Abrahams.
Hold his head. Hold his head.
Well, he's trying hard to get his hands free, to get this right hand or the right uppercut working, just to put Rhodes under some pressure.
I'll tell you what, the referee earns his money whenever he's assigned to an Ojay Abrahams fight these days. The heads close together as well in there now. A lot of holding.
And you, Ojay, get that arm out.
Tell you what, that next video is going to be X-rated.
Watch your head.
And again, leading with the head, Abrahams. Now he's got his foot outside the ropes there, and almost it looks as if he tried to have a little back heel at Brendan Ingle in the corner. That was unbelievable.
Well, you never know what you're going to get in an Ojay Abrahams contest.
Rhodes is not doing anything, though, in this last round. Not yet.
Well, it's wild, but he's the more effective Abrahams. Another decent little uppercut inside.
Right hand, he's play acting again, trying to get Rhodes to come in so that he can counter him. Once again, Rhodes is ready. No timing from Rhodes.
Well, maybe just trying a bit too hard in there. I think Abrahams has got to him a bit, and
started off the round fast. Abrahams might have punched himself out of it. And now looking to just ease through a few seconds. Hold on, lay against the ropes. He's a real old box of tricks these days, isn't he?
to say the least. Rhodes still just can't get the punches on. Very difficult to hit Abrahams.
And just like Farnell, he's finding it hard to look good here. Rhodes, final bell goes, and Mickey Van gives it to Ryan Rhodes. That's his second comeback win after the terrible defeat against Jason Matthews. And Ojay Abrahams was up to all his old tricks in the last 2 or 3 rounds. Another point deducted tonight. Rhodes glad to get the win on his record, but I think he needs a few more before they can think about another championship fight or anything like that for him.
Yes, I think they do, and I think he will want a few more. I think, you know, he needs his confidence back. But this was a, you know, it was a difficult fight, but it was a good one just for him to learn a few things, to try a few things out. There's the little back heel to the head of Brendan Ingle. I think he was a bit annoyed at Ingle shouting, decided to give him a little kick.
It was like a lot of the blows in the contest. It didn't actually land. There's Ojay coming over to tell his son that Dad is okay and will be coming home soon. We're always glad to pass on the message to Cassius, aren't we?
Of course we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 6 very hard-fought rounds, the referee scores the contest. Ojay Abrahams 55 points, Ryan Rhodes 59 points. The winner, Ryan Rhodes.
I knew what the fight was going to be like. I thought maybe I'd have stopped him probably 3 or 4 rounds, I'd have caught him, but he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's a credit to British boxing.
You're back down at 11-7. That's a good weight for you. Yeah. How much more do you need? And there's talk of this Commonwealth middleweight fight against Neville Brown. Are you ready for that?
Definitely. Well, Neville's got an hard fight next week. He's fighting a lad from our gym, Jason Collins, who is a tough kid. I spar with Jason Collins every day, and believe me, he's a tough kid. So I've done my bit tonight. Neville's got to do his bit, and then we'll sit down and talk with friends.